Hey there, it's JG. I'm in Eternal Evolution, and I've got some more game mechanic breakdown for you tonight. So I was poking around earlier. For some reason, I had removed all of my equipment from Oak, and of course, everything says zero stat bonus here. And then I put on some pants worth 65.2 thousand hit points, and when I did, I noticed that it added 83,000 hit points as the equipment bonus here. And there's no HP bonus on this gear. And so that made me realize that I had not researched the mechanics on how stat bonuses stack in Eternal Evolution. That's what we're going to break down for you tonight. So I will spare you the details of all the research that I did to come up with this, but this is the formula that I came up with. I've got it written down for HP here, but HP, attack, and defense all work the same way here. The formula looks really simple. Unfortunately, it's not quite as simple as what it looks, and there are some details here that I will show you in a second. But here it is. Total HP equals your base HP plus bonuses to your HP stat, and that whole thing is multiplied by your HP percent bonuses. So the sum of percent bonuses from any source, add those all up and apply that percentage bonus, and then HP EX bonuses that you have from anywhere. So that is consistently what the stat formula is across the board. Let's drill into what some of these mean. So here in the equip screen, you might have been confused like I was. You have main stats of attack, defense, and HP, and then you also have EX attack, EX defense, and EX HP. At first, I didn't really understand what the difference between these was. I assumed EX was just extra because the bonuses seemed to be larger. But strangely enough, I think the non-EX versions are actually better. So the non-EX main stats, they're what you get on this top line of equipment. Attack, defense, HP. And these are bonuses that are added to your base stat before percentage bonuses are applied. And so these are actually pretty powerful. So Greaves in particular, I've noticed, are valuable for upgrading your team because they provide a pretty substantial bonus. 65,000 for legendary gear is not a bad flat bonus, but it's not a flat bonus. That also, in this case, I've got all vigorous gear here, so it's multiplied by an additional 15%, actually 45% from 3 sets of that. It's multiplied by this HP bonus on his exclusive and any other percentage bonus that you're getting from other sources. Now, the only place where I have seen these bonuses to exist are on this top row of equipment. I haven't yet noticed any other location that gives that kind of bonus that is added before the percentage bonuses. But it does make the top row of equipment look somewhat more valuable in my mind. I thought the bottom row with those percentage bonuses were way better, but especially when the bottom row percentage bonuses stack with those top row bonuses, you get some pretty substantial bonuses from the top row. Now, these EX bonus stats, on the other hand, they are just a flat bonus. They are added at the end after all the percentage bonuses. So they're always a flat bonus of exactly the amount that they state. And I will say, I'm not positive that I've found every possible source of buffs in the game and tested it, but I have tested equipment, the core stats that you get from your equipment, as well as the substats on them. I've tested set bonuses that you get, like 15% bonus for a vigorous set. Divine prototypes, the ones that you choose for your party in battle, as well as the divine prototype construction bonuses, where as you collect them, you get bonuses to all heroes. The exclusive equip on characters, the flat stat bonuses from commanders, as well as those commander row bonuses, things like frontline plus 20% defense or things like that, and class technology, the things that you unlock from guild bosses. All of those, the bonuses work as I've described here. The thing that I haven't tested are in-combat buffs or debuffs. So, Oisa has this skill that gives her plus 70% defense for a period of time. I'm not sure if that's plus 70% from her final value as of when the battle started, or if it's an additional 70% to her total defense percent bonus that she's getting. That's somewhat more complicated to test, so I didn't have a chance to dig into that. Also, anything not listed in the tested column, if there's some other source of stats that I have missed, I didn't test it yet, although in general I would expect it to behave in keeping with the rest of this formula. Now here is one of the idiosyncrasies here. When you click on the stat details for your character, it shows you this base value for 91.6 and the amount that you're getting from equipment and other bonuses, 678.7. I'll point out, even if you remove all equipment, these bonuses do not go to 0, so there are some of those bonuses from other sources included in here. But the really wacky thing is here, these values in white, these are not actually your base stat values. So there are two things that are actually included here above your base stats. It's the class technology, that guild technology that you've upgraded for the particular class of this hero, and their exclusive equip. So the reason that matters is because those might be percentage bonuses. So using Oak as an example, he's got a 15% HP bonus. And so if I add another 15% HP from somewhere, it's not going to be 15% of this 491.6 value. His actual base value here is about 378,000, but he's just picked up a few bonuses from other sources that turn this into 491. And so that makes the calculation somewhat problematic in that you have to know how big your class technology bonus is and how big your exclusive bonus is, and subtract those, undo the formula for those to figure out what your real base is if you're going to compute how your HP is going to change when you apply other bonuses to it. And note that those are not just percentage bonuses. So looking at my class technology for that, I've got 10% on HP and 18,000 EX HP. So you have to roll both of those back if you're trying to compute what the actual base stats are on that hero. The other thing that I will note here, for the most part, these are labeled correctly throughout the game, whether it's a percent bonus, a flat bonus, or an EX bonus. There's one place that I found that's not correct. So commanders, this is all correct. These are labeled as EX HP, EX attack, EX defense. That's exactly how they work. And these are flat bonuses that show up at the end for your heroes. They actually show up in here. If you want to look at the total bonuses you're getting from commanders, this eye icon will show you your final stats with everything added in. It doesn't add these up for you, but you just add them up and that's the value that you get. The thing that is not correct is these values from your divine prototypes. This does not say EX HP, it says HP. It doesn't say EX attack, it says attack. However, these are effectively EX attack, defense, and HP. I tested that very carefully. Certainly, the easy way to test it is just looking in here. The values that it says here show, it's the exact same value for everyone when they don't have the same base stats. So that's one way you can tell that it's EX. I didn't just accept that as the truth. I went ahead and tested it and made sure that in combat, the actual values line up with that, and they do. So divine prototypes seem to be mislabeled. Everything else that I found seems to be correctly labeled, where if it says EX HP, that's a flat bonus at the end. That said, as I pointed out earlier, the only places that I've seen where you add to your base before multiplication is that top row of equipment. If I saw a flat bonus listed somewhere else, I would probably expect that it's actually EX HP or EX attack, even if it's not exactly labeled that way. So that is it for stat stacking mechanics. One thing I noticed, the stat calculator that I put out just a little while ago is already incorrect because these modifications to base values change some of those calculations for what your final computed defense is, and therefore what the damage reduction will be. Also, in doing the tests for this, I realized that there are some places where defense isn't doing quite what I expect, so I expect to be publishing some new research on damage reduction via defense in a little while. That's it for tonight. If you like this kind of content, breaking down game mechanics and doing mathematical research on the game, please subscribe. I do a lot of this sort of stuff. That's all for today. JG out.